truth and justice reign. In peaceful battle honored, and victory count as gain. To hang unto our children a banner without stain. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed.
And so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Somebody shout, God bless Nigeria! God bless Nigeria! Amen. And now we'll do our second assignment, which is to honor our dear. Now let's have the school anthem. We do not have it all the time, so we cherish every moment and give it all our best. And we cannot do it alone. We believe in team spirit, working together around the mind. We place convention all the time. We invent about the creator to make us co-creators. This is our goal for Africa. For so long we've been receiving the time, and we shall give to the world.
A tech continent, one mind at a time.
If you're excited to be here this morning, making Africa a pool of tech talents. These people are waking up late. I say celebrate yourself.
Sometimes yesterday, for some people who can see my status, Nicola says, when wired it is, all things be distance. Not only this, as though we were faced to do all of this, will fit celebrate by jamming your hands together. But if we can think retrospectively, this is what will happen in the future. Now, what am I driving at? Things that will go on to be monumental and just happen sometimes. But I do believe that I am telling you, I am happy to and transcendental idea. People who are, let me say, times 5, it's like this. We'd like to know you better. I people from Challenge Campus, I welcome you. Go Road. Our people from seated beside you, and give them a big smile and welcome. Say something good, at least one thing good about people you are sitting. Great Citadel, the president of this College of ICT, Dr. G.D. Adenito, the able-bodied registrar of this Citadel of Learning. I recognize the arrival of the provost of this. All right, thank you. So media, this time, assembling with us. And that's amazing. I bet we... Why MindTalk?
Welcome to, and it was discovered that although 100%, yet their success rate various skills, it is deeply rooted. In 2018, MindTalk started excellent character through problem-solving skills, time, empathy, quality, and curiosity, which is every facet of their lives. And our vision is to be a righteous and enterprising individuals.
Thank you very kindly. I do not know. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the voice behind that. Complete AI school management system. edu.sqi. If you have not had edu.sqi before, edu.sqi is your school portal, but beyond that, hospitals, we call it for forward-thinking institutions. For what? So when you get that you had something called edu.sqi today. Thank you very kindly, ladies and gentlemen. So at Mind, we will be reading alongside that our mind can be immersively formed, making a great deal of transformation for the first time in the year 2025. Excellence, SQI.
Back here, 2025, last year we having just pay very keen attention that you invest your time learning things that would are paying a big sacrifice to have SQI. It's not just a place that was put together just to be running what is going on here. This organization, it's a lot of sacrifice. Start with why leadership and how it inspires people to take action is one of the most watched on YouTube, so you can check it out. And it is from there that this book kind of came out. And how Simon Sinek came about this book was that he was making very, very good profit at work. He had a business that he was running, and many of the skills that we learn now, how to communicate so that you can pitch well to clients, how to manage business, work ethics, and all of those stuff. Simon Sinek had learned all of those things, and he was running a very good business. He had very great clients. He was making money and doing very well, as most of us would, say. There's a definition for success now. When we say somebody is doing very successful, it means the person has a very big house, he has good cars, he has money to buy everything that he needs or that he wants. He has money to do everything that he wants. But Simon Sinek got to a point and discovered that he can't just define success to just having all of those basic needs or having great clients and all of those things. While those things are very good, he discovered that his work was lacking purpose. He wasn't feeling what he was doing. I'm talking about the writer now. He wasn't feeling what he was doing. He wasn't enjoying it, as it were. He was doing everything, getting money, but there was that sense of purpose actually lacking in what he was doing. And that led him to start thinking on what exactly is the problem. And then he arrived at the point, after more thinking, at why. Like, just why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I putting so much effort into this work? What is the main thing? What is the goal? What is pushing me to do everything that I'm doing? And that is what this book is written about. And it says, start with why, how great it does inspire everyone to take action. So he arrived at that point where he discovered that he has to be doing everything that he's doing for a reason, not just because of money. Now, if I pick a random person now, which I'm not going to do, and say, why are you doing whatever it is that you are doing? I've asked people a couple of times, okay, we meet them, oh, good afternoon, how are you doing? My name is this, my name is that, what's your name? Okay, what do you do? And they are like, oh, maybe I take pictures, or I'm a photographer, or I'm a student at SQI College of ICT. And subconsciously, the next question that comes to my mind, and I eventually ask them, is why do you do what you do? And then you see people struggling to find answers to what they are doing. They're like, well, I just think it's nice. Most people tie it to, when they are trying to escape from that question, they tie it to the end that, I think that's where there is money is now. I told somebody I was working at SQI College of ICT, and the person was like, take it very serious, so very good. One second below once, and I'm like, well, I think so. I think so. But that's not the goal, really. That's not the goal, really. It can be that pay below, wow, you will make enough money, and eventually you arrive at this point where Simon arrived, where it was like, why am I even doing everything that I'm doing? Because you have enough, because of where we are, Nigeria, Africa, we have so many. Really, what you should use your life to pursue should not actually be money. If you learn the right skills, there are ways people are making money that is not, it's not that difficult. There are simple ways people are making money through video. If you start singing now, if you just open a YouTube channel now today or TikTok and you start singing, it might be even rubbish you are singing. There will be some people that will just enjoy what you are doing. They will start following you, and you would, before you know it, you have money, and honestly, your life believe. So that leads us to, now let me quickly say this. Are we all with me? Now, the reason why this is important, the reason why I find this book reading this particular book very important for us at SQI College of IT is because everybody here, you're eventually going to learn a skill. And when you learn that skill, you're eventually going to land in maybe an organization, or you are going to own your own organization. You are going to own your own team. You are going to be doing something that we believe should be providing solutions to people. So if you now start up something, if you start doing something, the goal why you are doing whatever you are doing should not be because you want to make money. Sure on him. Now, let me give an example that Simon Sinek gave. He gave the example of Apple. Apple makes computers. Dell also makes computers. But Apple, whenever they want to talk about whatever it is that they are doing, whenever they want to introduce a new product, they will start with, we believe that we can do, I'm paraphrasing now, that we believe we can do more than the status. Making computers making phones, making all of the gadgets that they made is an outflow of that mindset that we want to break the status quo. We want to make something different. Now that should not be too difficult to understand. But let me use the SQI as an example. And it's always amazing that SQI used to fall into these very, very perfect examples. Maybe the director should write a book one day. Maybe we'll consider it. So SQI has the tagline that making Africa a tech continent, one mind at a time. Making Africa a tech continent. Making Africa a tech continent. Now, that's the why. That's why SQI is existing, because we want to make Africa a tech continent, one mind at a time. And then the reason why we are not into tech is not because tech is where money is, although it is a very good thing. Tech is where money is. But the reason why we are into tech is because we discovered that tech can be a channel through which we make Africa a tech continent, one mind at a time. I mean, teaching people, make people understand what software engineering is, make people understand what data analysis is. It's just a channel to see that we make everybody in Africa, one mind at a time, we make everybody become a tech, like a tech citizen, sort of. We had one stuff like that, like a tech citizen, where everybody now has the capacity to make a change in the world, where everybody now has the capacity to build something that has the capacity to change the world. If you look at this sweatshirt now, it says from Africa to the world. The goal is to break, what we are trying to do is to make Africa a tech continent. If we approach everybody, it will be that everybody will tell you that we are trying to make Africa a tech continent. Everybody is not just trying to make money, as it were. So how the unique methods or processes that differentiate them, and the tangible product, services, or actions. Now, it emphasizes that leaders who inspire action do so by communicating their vision and purpose clearly, resonating with others' values and beliefs. In essence, Start With Why is a guide for leaders and organizations to create sustainable success by focusing on their purpose and inspiring others through a clear and authentic vision. All right. So, why gives you sustainability? Understanding why you do what you do keeps you going, regardless of the challenges you face, regardless of whatever problems you face. There's so much more that the book actually has in it. So many ways by which you can do that. But because of the time we have, we'll not be able to delve into all of that this morning. But I believe that you got the main theme of the book. It's just understanding how that why should be the first thing. So when people approach you that what do, you start with why you are doing what you are doing. That will make them believe more in what you are doing. That will make them have trust in you. That will make them have confidence in you that you are not just doing what you do because you want to make money. So the book we are going to be reading this month is The Rules of Management, still along the lines of leadership. And I'm just going to read what is written behind this book because I find it very good to define what the book is about, after which I'm going to round up. So it says, would you like to be one of those managers who glides effortlessly onwards and upwards through the system? And when he's asking that, would you like to be one of those managers, I don't want you to box yourself into a locality that can happen to me. You see, you should see yourself, what SQI is giving actually has the capacity to make you into very, very great managers of businesses, eventually find yourself in a managerial position one day. All of these books, even though you might be a little shocked, all of these books would have prepared you for where you are going. All right. So it says, would you like to be one of those managers who glides effortless?
I do believe everyone in pure. So who is coming from here? You dare not fumble here too. Look at our speaker of the day who doubles as the provost, and the registrar is here. The president just stood up too. You have to give me amazing and brilliant people too. Come on, let's do this. Who is coming? When you see opportunity to come out like this, to do a few things. How many people know Jumoke Oni bread? How many people have heard about Jumoke Oni bread? Almost all of us, Abby. She was just mindlessly hawking that day. So you are not like me. When I see opportunity like this to stand before people, I grab it. When you are standing before people every now and then, you are becoming changed. Like I said, like what I was describing the other time, you don't know what is happening. It is just happening underground. The day you have to pitch that idea, the problem, who is coming? Stand before your people. Who is coming? Come on, celebrate this one. Celebrate him. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Araba Oja. Araba. Now only incantation you can do. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, stand up, Mr. Paul, please. That's Araba Oja in Abejoye. Live and direct at SQI this morning. Alright, Araba, let me have you, please. These people are recruiting already. I love this. I love this. I love this. This is teamwork. Excellent. 2 people from here. Ha. St. Michael. Good, good, good. One more person, please. Preferably a lady, a distinguished lady. Ooh. Okay, please pick her. Thank you. Can we jam our hands together for her? Pick to do something. People from the far extreme, they don't usually. With me? Are you two? Oh yeah. Try to recruit the second person, please. Please, let's get done with this. Media, please. So you have 30 seconds. My Oga, you are going to be our timekeeper. They have 30 seconds to do this. They call this game tongue twister. Wait a minute now. Chevy, wait. You have opportunity to switch now because there is actually prize to be won. You have opportunity to change the people representing you now. Will you people do family meeting first? Should we carry on? No. Do you have the second person, please? Wait a minute. Shebi, everybody has read it. You have read it. Who are you sending? Slowly first.
Percy.
Let's go.
Plums.
They said he finished that in 14 seconds. I am not the. Is Araba coming or Kinkin Yehun is coming? Who is coming, please? Okay.
Percy the python perpetually puckered up a plethora of pickle plums.
Let's go. Ooh.
Alright. Percy the python perpetually.
Wait a minute. You, sir. Come. Read it slowly so we know that.
Pickled plums. Percy the python perpetually puckered up a plethora of pickled plums. Percy the python perpetually puckered up a plethora of pickled plums.
Aravaja on the run. Who are you sending, please? He turned to give. You say my guy is going first.
Sorry. Percy the python perpetually pucked up a plethora of picked up pots. Not yet.
Let's go.
Percy the python perpetually popped up a picked up plum. Percy. I'm waiting to.
Saint Michael, what is happening today? Come and join us together if you are unburdening every. How do I call it now? Amazing. Let's start from you again. Saint Michael. Another question, please. We have 10. Wait. Oh yeah, come. Oh yeah, let's wait. Oh, judges, let's calm down. Judges, cut. Okay, they say order.
The system is rigged.
Look at that one.
I'll read it first.
Yes, let's do it.
6 silly sloths silently slid slowly down slippery slides. 6 silly slots, silently slowly down, slippery slide. 6 silly slots, silently slowly down.
Come on, celebrate people from St. Michael Academy. The second person from the second column, please.
So silently, slowly down, slippery slide. Okay, this is slowly down, slippery slide.
Peter Piper pick a pick of pepper. A pick of pepper, Peter Piper. Continue.
Slot slightly slide slowly down, slippery slide. Six silly slots slightly slide slowly down, slippery slide. 6 silly slides slightly slide slowly down, slippery slide. 6 silly slots slightly slowly down, slippery slide.
And this column is actually revamping their name. They are changing from Agege to the latest St. Michael in town. Can we jam our hands together for her?
6 silly slots silently slide slowly down, slippery slide. 6 silly slots silently slide slowly down, slippery slide. 6 silly slots silently slide slowly.
Enjoy that game. Celebrate all of them, please. You may go to your seat, please. Can we please celebrate all of them? So, I believe every team actually won, Shebi. All of us won. All of us won. All of us won. But Araba, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that was immersive and we are relaxed to receive what we have for us this morning. I want you to bring out your jotting pads. If it is phone you are going to use, turn on your Google Keep, Samsung Notes, or whatsoever is your favorite application for taking record of this moment. I want you to open not your ears alone, but your mind. This is MindTalk. Making Africa a tech continent. Study at SQI. Aha. All right, media, please can we have the citation of our honorable guest?
Dr. Adegbero Sunday Ajani is a happy personality who in career doubles as an academic and administrator. He is a life coach at Wisdom Corner and the lead pastor of Co-Elect Christian Family Church. He was the ICT director of Best Legacy College of Education, Ogbomoso in 2010 to 2011. The accreditation chairman for the Department of Physics at KWASU in 2024 and director of SQI College of ICT from January 2024 till date. Dr. Ajani had his Bachelor of Technology in Pure and Applied Physics at Ladoke Akitola University of Technology, Ogbomoso in 2006. He then joined Best Legacy College of Education in July 2014. Dr. Ajani joined the service of Kwara State University as an assistant lecturer and is now a senior lecturer in the Department of Physics and Material Science at KWASU. In 2012 and 2018 respectively, he had his MTech and PhD in Electronics and Communication Physics with PhD research in Medical Instrumentation Physics. Dr. Ajani is a committed researcher and he currently Dr. Adegbero Ajani is a force to record. Welcome with me.
Yes! Yes! Keep jamming the hands!
Thank you. Thank you. Can we do that again for everyone who are around you? Tell them you are welcome to the first edition of MindTalk 2025. Thank you very kindly. Like our presenter used to say, please let's be seated. I want to use this moment to appreciate the director and the president of SQI College of ICT, and I want to appreciate all the management team. I want to thank every student. I want to thank every tutor. I want to thank everyone who had been in partnership with us, all our lovers online. And I want to use this medium also to celebrate all our branches and our campuses, the Challenge, the Iwo Road, the Dubai, Abeokuta, Oshogbo, and this very headquarter. Let's put it together for them wherever they are. Please put your hands together for yourself for being part of this great event. I didn't have much time for what we want to discuss today because success cannot be taught in a day. All right, so what we do is that we pick here and there and see how far we can go, and then we ask some questions. I will be dealing with 10 level success. And I think I am not qualified, if anybody is qualified at all, to teach success. All right, but some of us are qualified to teach failure and probably part of success. All right, because I'm just one of the people who had failed probably excessively in life, to the point that I can now begin to teach success from the angle of failure up to the level that you can say maybe you are successful, maybe you want to be more successful, or maybe you want to multiply your success. So I want us to start with the first slide. And it says, success is scarce and failure is cheap. Success is scarce. Failure is cheap. But there is something worse than that. Mediocre is free. See? I remember the first time I had to physically, for the first time you are writing a test as SS1 students. They just moved us to the science class, they divide us in GS3, then you move to the science class XS1, and then we had to write the first, they were taught in class, and then the person that taught us so much, and then we have to write the first test. So I remember the test was on physics, and I can't forget the main question. It was just one question in that course. It was land and sea breezes. Many of you who are familiar with terrain or physics. And they said, describe the land and sea breezes. And everybody in the class scored high, except myself. I got 4 over 15. And the next dullard got 9. So people got 15 and everything. And it was a copper that taught us, and the copper warned me, and he said, I hope it is not too late for you to return to commercial class or to art class. So in case you want to see that, go and consider it. And I said, well, I will go and consider it. So I went to consider it. I didn't consider going back to commercial class. I considered picking up my book again and start reading it. So we had another test. And the copper was convinced that maybe I need to be in this class. I didn't score 15, but I scored more on where I was coming from. So you may not get there the first day, but you must get there more than you were before. Do we understand that? You don't need to score A. There are people who have gone through school, they never scored an A in all their courses. But you can't call them failure because they graduated. Some got A's, and then one course stopped them, and they dropped everything. So, let's go to the next slide. I think this is just the only definition that can give to success that can capture whatever thing we have in mind. It doesn't matter your hand, what you want to do. You are here this morning, you plan to be here. I want to say that you are successful. Who wanted to be here this morning? And probably one way or the other, they couldn't come. They wish they can. But in that area, they were not what? Successful. Next slide. Because of our time. So what is now 10 level success? It means you have a goal in mind. great goal, not just ordinary one, then you have to have a 10-level thinking mentality. There is a 10-level thought. There's a 10-level thinking mentality. To power your goal, then you will now put 10-level action to it. There's a progression in life. Many of us think failure just come as a result. Well, fine. Failure could be a result. Failure could be... So some people who have failed before feel that no, the result I had is not good. No, but the experience was one of the best I had then. Mozu. And I sold it and I plugged the money into pig business. So 6 months into the business, I bought the best breed. I had the automated, all the everything in the farm, having solar and everything. And 6 months into the business, African swine fever invaded the town. I've never made a single profit. And I lost it all. It was a good feeling. I can smile about it now. But it's one of those things that I've sent money into, that I've sent some people into the hospital, into emergency ICU at that time. In fact, till now, there are some of the people who are into business together that they couldn't try to do it again. But immediately it happened, I went on my knees, by my faith, I prayed, I said, God, can you please spare this animal 1 month more? Let me just feed them as much as I can and set them out. And of course, God agreed with me. When it was exactly 1 month after, the biggest one died, and I saw that was the sign. So I packed everything that day. I sold them so cheaply, and the farm was empty. I was there on the farm. I was thinking they will never come to this business. I was thinking, how will I come back to this business? How many time will it take me? What is the duration? What is the time frame? So I realized I can come back into the business 1 month after. So I cleaned the pen, fumigated the place, and started again 1 month after. The same business that crashed in 2002 gave me over 15 million naira last year. It's just a business, by the way. My life has been the product of someone who can, in the academic world, who can tell you can be in academic and also succeed in other endeavors. Because of the experiences of failure. Put in mathematically 10 times thinking level you are now, plus 10 times action that you need to do. So for students, if you are coding for 1 hour before, you know how much you should be doing now. There was this base guitarist, one of the best base guitarists in the world, Abraham Laboureur, doing. I learned about Cristiano Ronaldo. We still talk about him. He's one of my favorite football stars that practices free kick, 100 free kicks after everyone had gone from the field. Plays with empty post, get probably a doll or a goal. You can stumble on jackpot, you can stumble on the casino, you can stumble on whatever, but you cannot stumble on success. You can't. Success is a function of productive thinking and also productive action. Next slide. The most important thing to understand about creating and maintaining success are the following. Please, let's look at it together. Number one, success is not money. And I want to thank God for Mr. Pelumi Alamu, who came up. Can we put our hands together for him? Where is he now? Where are you? Can you say yeah? All right. So now he came to review the book and he said this. Success is not money, but fulfillment of what? Of purpose. Here we think everything. Success is also important for your success. You need to have some little success to fuel your higher success. That's why failure is not good. No matter how good we try to package it. You can fail too much that you will not have courage to go again if there are no little testimonies And they are not big ones. Testimonies like, you slept last night and woke up this morning is success. I believe you know. Some slept last night, they woke up probably in the clinic. So God actually garnished our lives and garnished the nature with basic successes that can fuel you on, even when you don't have what is called practical success. All right. The third one is that success is your duty. I'm not going to succeed for you. Many of us were born into very good home, big money and everything, but it is the success of your parent, not your own. They are not going to succeed for you. Number 4, success is what you happen to and not what happens to you. Unfortunately, this is our paradigm in Africa. We want things to just come to us. We want government to share things, and if they don't share it, we begin to curse them. We just want things to. The school should have positioned this for me. My parents should have done this for me. So we see what everybody should do for us without nothing that we should do for ourselves. This picture of some people that I think I wanted to show. Can you go to the next slide? Thank you. These are people that success didn't happen to. They happen to success. I read this morning about Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane was once a Liverpool player. I think he now plays for Al Nassr, in the Arabian world now. And he said the first time he wanted, they called him to come for auditioning, and he got there. His shoes tattered, the dress he wore bad, and the person looked at him and said, "We can't take you. You don't even have the best of dress." And he said, "This is the best instrument I play with." And when they allow him to join the team, he played, and the person said, "I'm signing you immediately." Immediately. Now, it happened to success. Success didn't happen to him. The first person here is Sir Isaac Newton. It happened to success in science. We know this man. Femi Adebayo. I watched his film when we were. I don't watch his film. I don't watch most of the Yoruba film. But I was forced to watch it when I saw that some people were watching it. Praise God. I saw that director too is watching this thing. Mama too is watching this thing. So when I said I'm going to watch it, Mr. Israel looked at me because he knows I don't. He said, so I just knew. So I sat down there and at least I got some. But what am I saying? It's not the best to start that. Many people have started, but now something distinguished him. It happened to success. It happened to film industry. You can happen to SQI. You can happen to Tech World. Cristiano Ronaldo, they didn't go and give him golden boot at home. It happened to it. He worked for it. Oh, Donald Trump is a figure. Great figure in what? In politics and what? Business and what? And that sometimes you could be filled so much with problems, and people will think your problem is what they need to throw at you for you to go. The lawsuit was against him, still won as American president. You understand what I'm saying now? And like we said, success is not money. When he contested the first election, he had money. He was rich. And he won with money. Unfortunately, he was hosted out, and then the second election, someone else took over. He still had money, but he was not successful. The third time now, he came up again and won. He still had money, but he is what? He's now successful in that purpose. So it's not just about thinking money. It's about thinking purpose. Thinking purpose. Then many of us are familiar with this Pastor A. Adeboye. Some will say Baba Adeboye. Some will say, all manner of names. And Christianity didn't just happen to him. It happened to Christianity. The they listed 100 influential African, and they picked 3 from Nigeria, and they picked Nuru Ribadu, and then they picked Bernardis, UK woman, then they picked Baba Adeboye as number 3. Just 3 in Nigeria. But he told the story of a time that when the redemption camp was about to start, they were building it, there was no money anywhere. And he said in those days, he learned to apply what he called balancing the equation. So he said, because he was a mathematician, balancing the equation means he will carry 50 bags of cement here, so he can't pay for labor. So he balances the equation with 100 bags of cement at that time. Success don't happen to people. You must happen to success. And that's why one of the most dangerous thoughts to think is to think tomorrow is coming to meet you. Oh, my tomorrow is all right. It will be all right. But tomorrow is not coming to meet you. Tomorrow is your next 2 minutes. Tomorrow is your next 5 minutes. Tomorrow is your next 1 hour. Tomorrow is your next 1 day. Whatever you do with those seasons and times, the time is what happens to you. And Elon Musk, and I used to tell people, we are colleagues because he read physics. Many of you don't know, the richest man in the world read physics. Physics that you round for. But it happened to tech. Tech didn't happen to him. And in so many times, myself and director were sharing words, and he said one of those years in those days that he came out of interview and his eyes were red. And I said, yeah, that's the uniqueness of being a leader. Sometimes you will fail, people will see it on you. It will never be in your mind. In fact, people around you are already discouraged. And looking at you, they feel more discouraged because you cannot help them. But the only person you can help is you, your internal strength. Elon Musk has failed before. And this lady, because I said any nation, anybody, any gender, any career, any age can what? So do you fit into any of these? If yes, then tell your neighbor you can also succeed. Any career. Any gender. You know this man? Any career. Any career. Thank God for you coming here at SQI. Any career. You may be a data science. Any career. Scientist. Okay? You may be in any other digital literacy to start. Any career. And this final lady, is it a lady? Is the richest kid in the world. She's the richest kid in the world. And worth over $5 billion. And she was just born into it. Any career. Princess Charlotte. So, nature will never marginalize a man from succeeding. Please get that right. That's our disadvantage here. Nature will never marginalize any man from succeeding. The atmosphere is open for everyone. When you see they are making a black to become the president or the chairman of the World Bank, of the United Nations, that tells you it's not just by color, it's by content. If you can play football very well, it doesn't matter whether they are white or black, they will give you the shirt. And we have seen that happen different times. Please go to the next slide. So success is not something that happened to you. It is something that happens because of you and because of the action you take. So success will take place because of you and the action you put in. Next slide. There are 4 consistent factors in the life of any victim. So please, I want us to pay attention here. Because we cry much at this side of the world. We play victim mentality and you must find someone to blame. I was talking somewhere and I told them, no thanks to some of our clergies or religions, as we could call it, when things are not working for any man, the first thing they ask him is, where is your mother? And the next thing is, where is your wife? If it's not your mother, it's your wife. That is the reason why you are not progressing. That's what they say. It happened to me at one time, and one prophet was talking to me and he said, where is your wife? I said, I'm not married. In those days. And he said, where is your mother? I said, dead. I know, but I need to also thank God, because these are the people you thought they would do me, but they have not come. Do in quotes. These are the people you think they will be my misfortune. And so many homes have been scattered because of this paradigm we have here, that if it's not your brother, it is. And people, you see, a lot of things are happening that people cannot even coordinate families again. Because of the fear that if I go, this one is, because of what the prophet has said. Because we are playing victim. We have mind of a victim. So what are those things that happen to a victim? Number one, bad things happen to them. Every victim will have reasons why something is happening to them. Why the government had to pull down their house when they know that they have not collected the C of O. Why the rain had to pull down their compound when they know they have never made the drainage. Then bad thing happen to them often. You have to sometimes excuse yourself from those who are perpetually living a life of misery. Because if you are not careful, they will teach sympathy from people. Come, they tell you, I don't have a father. So what have you done? And number three, they are always involved, and someone or something else is always blamed. See, okay, I've learned enough some salient law of success that when you want to do anything, for some of you that will still to present or you want to do this morning, I enter into the office just to dress white and white, and as you see in my office, Leka, where are you? You can just bring it up. It's on the table. God turned that I can't wear it. I just put hand in the pocket, and then the thing just removed. You can imagine. And that was few minutes before this event. So these are things that set people on panic. But when I was coming inside my car, I have 2 trousers. I'm serious. In fact, I have 3 trousers. I wore one when we were discussing. I have 2 suits. So if anything happens to this, I wear another one. We don't prepare enough for success, and then we condemn the system. Some of you go to exam hall, no 2 pen, just 1, and that one is half-filled. So it turned, and didn't I look good now? Did you think that was what happened? They won't suspect. Nobody will suspect. That's how success works. Anytime you are pushed to a corner and you have no alternative, watch what you have been doing. Next slide. So the gravity of life, this is my theory. I made it myself. The gravity of life pushes an average person towards a more stable line, a failure line. See that at the base is always congested. Everybody is stable. They are there. The top is not stable. Today you could be the richest man in the world. Tomorrow somebody push you off. Because that's where competition is. People don't compete at the bottom. They are put there by nature, by gravity. That's where they belong. So the gravity of life will always put people towards a more stable life or a more stable ground, which is the line of failure. Do you know there is nothing actually you can excite people with failure? It takes success to motivate people. And not everybody is succeeding. Even though everyone must have tasted a kind of failure at one time or the other. Next line. Are we there? So, I want us to look at the word called obsession. Obsession. We've abused this word and we've never seen the good part of it. But one of the tools that you can use to succeed is obsession. Wanting it more than others. You want it more than others. You want success more than others. I believe you know they didn't call our director to, or somebody prophesied to him, you would lead this kind of company. Come and say, this is the time. Now you are the CEO. Now come. He wanted it more. When he joined the race, there were many people who are doing more than him, better than him. Yet, as you want it more, you begin to stretch and move and leave others behind. You stretch, you move, you leave others behind. In 2014, Usain Bolt ran 9.58. It was shown that he wanted it more than others. And he broke his own record again. You are not competing with people, you are competing with yourself. Until you can break your record again and again and again and again. Not the record of others. That's the ladder of success. Mike Tyson, I told you when I was here last year, that he said, during his prime at his career, he said, I train every 4 a.m. I'm on the street. And when I heard that another person trains 4 a.m. like me, I changed my home to 2. When I heard that some other people are still, trying to do what I do, I moved the game. And that's why at SQI, we are not competing with others. We determine what happens in the tech industry. We up our games before people come close at all. And that's the reason why we do it the way we see it, as if I did the only one, where we are the only one we can see. Obsession. We tailor your thought and action to achieve your purpose, and you already know this man. Shows your commitment to your idea, purpose or goal to the world, and people will what? They will take you seriously. Until people take you seriously, you are not there. Someone said, stop telling the world what you can do. Just show it. Just do it. I will bomb you. I will bomb you. Say, who will bomb you? Where? From where? You. And then, he after his life, did all manner of things, but that taught them. Even when the boy in Nigeria said he would do something, what's his name now? Mukhtar, but I can't remember the name of that guy. They took him seriously. Next line. Great things don't work the first time. Even the creation never worked the first time. There are some of you that you dump ideas once you cannot connect them. I put it on my status maybe yesterday or today, I can't remember, that one of the way nature teaches us wisdom is to show you people who are succeeding in what you have abandoned. There are some things you have abandoned, you have given up on, and somebody is succeeding in it. And say, man, that was my idea. That was my idea. That was the song I sang many years ago. And then you are filing lawsuit, requesting for payment and compensation for your intellectual property. And things like that. Anytime you are having good ideas, then you are moving towards success. That will help you when you know you are in a season of success is that ideas you begin to see impossibilities, and how those impossibilities, your tuition, your school fees, and then idea will come to your mind. What? So success is the reward, of putting your ideas to work. When you conceive those ideas, don't abandon them, but put them to what? To work. Next slide. We'll still give room for some questions later. And I want to shock you with this. So, what do we now call success? How do I measure that a man is succeeding? Yes, Mr. Pelumi now. Is it with cars? Is it with mansion? You have a yacht and some other things like that. How do you know you are succeeding? Don't laugh too much. Give us a measure of what? Can we read it to ourselves, please? Can you personalize it? The problem I'm solving. The problem I am solving. To solve small problems, then have what? Great people deal with what? Great problems. Small people with what? Small problem. So how do I know that you are successful? I will ask you, what problem are you solving now? Elon Musk thought I can be poor. I don't need to be poor, but I need to solve big problems. So he looked at the terrestrial. I said, look, I'm going up to the space to go and solve problem there. You understand? So he looked at them and said, look, no, I think I have to. Let me go and solve bigger problem. And then the world rewards him with it. Because I will tell you, one of the ways to be successful, think of anything, or to be rich is the way of value. We'll get there. There are only 3 ways you can be great in life. And I will teach you about it. Let's go to the next slide. Then it is not a big goal. If you are not afraid, if it's not shaking you, then it's not a big goal. It's not a big one. Maybe I'll finish, I will complete it. I'll complete this house and then you've not tasted something big. To taste something big, fear will stop you. But you must not allow. Next slide. Develop your personality. People pay attention to you not because of what you say, but because of who you are becoming. And I used to give this example. 5 years ago, if our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu tells you, everybody in Nigeria, I declare June so as public holiday, what will you feel? On what ground? EFCC, go after so. They say, who is he? But if you had a voice 5 years ago, and the voice says, hello Nigeria, before we continue, I want you to know that I have deployed all the machineries. Who is talking? Say, look, we have to take this man seriously. Because of who you are becoming. That's why you must pay attention to your personality. Who am I becoming? Which position am I occupying? In the next few hours, in the next few months, in the next until you are overqualified, people will not promote you. Hello? People don't promote you until you are what? Overqualified. They will know you are over. Some of you want promotion at beck and call. No, they promote you when you say, it's been there. What happened? Then consistently you are still there. Next slide. So this is my paradigm. I see the result only and not what? The obstacles. Please, if you can master this, you will never remain the same again. There will be challenges, there will be obstacles when you enroll for any program in our school, in any school. But when you see the end result, that will be a blessing. to motivate you. This man, David Beckham, is one of the finest number 7. He played for Manchester United in 2003, went to Real Madrid and joined the Galacticos. He played for LA Galaxy. He played for Milan. He played for Paris Saint-Germain. And he's very wealthy. But there's something that distinguished him. His right foot. He plays free kick like you are throwing stone. And one day they asked him, how do you do it that you score most of your free kicks? And he told them, I don't see the goalkeeper. I see the back of the net. I don't see that somebody will block what I want to do. I do not see. I didn't see obstacle. The obstacles are there, but I chose not to see, because once you see the obstacle, you lose the strength to move on. Many of you have not even started. Obstacles have pressed you down. And then you begin to answer, where will I get? Where will I get? Where will I get? How can I get? Now, your how can I get is not how you can get. Your how can I get is that you cannot get. Next slide. So, 7 areas of success. Number 1, success on your health. And that's why success is not just. And I doubt if any of these actually center totally on money. Maybe just one. On your health. Number 2, success in what? Marriage. Number 3, success in relationship. Number 4, success in making successors. Number 5, success on finance. Success in career. One of the areas I was hoping for success was that at my 40, I don't want to owe any man anything. I want to be financially free. Not any program, not anywhere. I was not owing anybody anything. Not money, not anything at 40. And he said he began to pray. He's a businessman now. If I tell you his business, very big, close to that, owe any man anything. That you are still successful financially. When they say somebody is the billionaire or so, by the time they equate his asset, somebody in the bank. So that you have peace of mind financially. You are not under pressure to spend money in humanity. Next slide. So success is a person. And you must raise a successful person like you for the success to continue. This is why some companies die when the owners die. Success is a personality. People will tell you, take it easy, you are doing too much, you are this. Raise people like you. Next. So the role of our subconscious, what I want to consider in the next 2 or 3 minutes. What is now the role of your subconscious? The role that it plays in your daily achievement. What you think affects your productivity than what you desire. What you think affects your productivity than what you desire. And that's why for anything to go wrong completely, it must have started. You'll be thinking about it. I don't think I can control this thing. I think I should let go. I think I should drop it. Next verse. Next slide. So let's see Germans. They use their subconscious and their superiority. Have you seen us play with German? You've seen Germany maybe walk up in it. How do they play? Many of the Germans don't know how to dribble. When they come near you, it's like we are superior. We are superior. And then you'll be afraid. They will stand so tall. They have taught them. It's in their gene that you are superior. Africa, I'm teaching you. It's in your gene. You are superior. SQI. It's in your gene. You are superior. In all the tech companies, you are superior. Don't let, see, we've seen our people that, I think there was a story we shared there, maybe sometimes last. One of our students that was a dropped out went to the East, is it Uyo or something? Akwa Ibom, all those area. Went there and got a contract. Dropped out here to build something for them, and it's a big contract. And all of a sudden, they gave him the contract, he performed, and then they lost his contact. And then they traced her, she's a lady, they traced her to SQI. And then they told us, one of your students, He's a dropout, though. They said, But this is what she did. She did it so well. I said, okay, yes, he's our student, but you understand? Now the superiority of what you are getting here. There was another one that didn't finish NID and dropped here, and went. It was even the father that told us the story. I went to Abuja and became a driver. And while he was driving, the company was driving for. He didn't finish here. He was in there, marketing and then the digital marketing. I said, I can help you do all these things, and he was doing it. And then they stopped him from driving, asked him to take over the job. And then they increased his pay, and from there another company saw him, said, this guy, and they took him and increased his pay. And the last time the father was talking, they said he just bought a brand new car because he has started his own estate management company. No certificate. See, the only certificate in mind at the time. Most of these people I mentioned, what was their certificate? Which course did Donald Trump read? Which course did Ronaldo read? But mind is there. So never think bad of yourself, number one, but improve. No matter how bad they say you are. And I used to tell people, if you are tall, you are not too tall. If you are short, you are not too short. If you are dark, you are not too dark. If you are light, you are not too light. No matter if you are dull, you are not too dull. And I will tell you here, no matter how they categorize you, never think bad of your leader. Please, let's underline this in our note if you write it down. Never think bad of your leader. Good virtue will omit you if you do so. If you think bad of your leader of the system, that's why, listen, most people that become our president, that becomes our leader, are the people who have been in the system, are the people who have this supporting mentality to what they are doing. Many of us who think bad about them never got there. Why? The virtue, there's a virtue that makes people get there. That virtue will omit you. You've seen people who are very good in what they do, then all of a sudden they break away of your leader. Next. So I have this job in Lagos at Solomon Grace Secondary School. And as a physics teacher, we were doing fine for some months. And I thought, okay, I need to get my master's done in 2008. So I registered for the master's, and I told the HOD, in the school, in the Solomon Grace, you give 3 months notice. Many of you now, you are resigning the same month. That's when you are writing the management that you are resigning. You are a fraud. Because you have disrupted the system. 3 months ahead. And of course, they played it on me. You have to blame some people too. Because of what they were hearing that management do. Some management of some companies. Not here. So when they heard that I will be leaving at the end of the year, which was 3 months interval, they stopped paying my salary. They will pay others and stop paying mine. And WAEC was, just finished. I think there was another exam, maybe NECO, I can't remember. We are setting something. Was there. So I will have to mark some other things. I have to do some other things. We are doing that. And I know inside of me that they were not going to pay me. I know. In fact, beyond that, they said we should make it because in that school, once you enter, every mechanism to leave, they will block it. They will not pay you all your full salary. For a whole year, they won't, until after a year or plus, that's when they will pay you the one they are deducting. They will deduct 1/3. They will be keeping it down for you. So when you clock a year, that's when they will reimburse you. I know I'm going to lose all those benefits. But you know what? I still did my job. I outperformed everyone. I equipped the students. I marked for the term. I graded the result. I submitted. On the final day, I submitted. I was at the meeting. And I still know they are not going to pay me. So they paid everybody for December. And all of us walked out. And people knew they didn't pay me. And I was still smiling amidst all of them. And they were asking me, what will you do? What will you do for this man? I said, no. The man has done something for me. I mean, the woman, she's a woman. She has done something for me. She has taught me another dimension of trust. But I'm happy that I fulfilled my intention of helping the students. Because that's why I went to the school. Not for money. Of course, today, the story is different. Some of you, once you hear they will remove 1 naira from your money, you go gaga. So that's what this woman said. This is Oprah Winfrey, one of the richest black woman on earth. You know you are on the road to success if you do your job and not be paid for it. If you will do your job and you won't be paid for it. So these 3 formula of success, forget no other route to be great. This is the 3. Do you communicate value? When you say you can code, can you code really? Because money will flow in these 3 directions. When you say you can you teach really? When you say you can you deliver really? So, like director used to say, under promise and over perform. Don't over promise and under perform. Can you? And they ask your C system. Sit down with it. I don't know who was telling me this. They ask the ladies their software. I'm also good in Microsoft Excel, Power BI, blah 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 blah. And they say, okay, the letter you brought, please type it on the system. She couldn't do Word. To the extent that some of us inflate our age or cut it. Take your birthday, compare it with what you have in the paper. Value. What do we exchange? Is our students. The kind of student that we produce. The kind of system that produce them. The kind of programs that we run. And now everybody is running what SQI is running. Then SQI is moving again. We are moving again. Now, if you are deficient, if all you know is daily JavaScript alone, so P and some other things alone, important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. That's number 2, relationship. Greatness moves towards value. You may not like your driver, but because he drives you, you have to follow him. You may not like your cook because she cooks well, you go there and value. Relationship. And this is very important. I was telling some people, can you call somebody now that I am somewhere, I'm stranded, please, I need 200,000 naira? Huh? Can you try that? Who is going to try? You don't have friends? You do. Maybe 50,000. Someone say could have 5,000. That you said is the thin line between success and failure. Successful people, they build successful relationship, and you have to start it. Some of us think when we see big people that are rich, the first thing is what we can get from them. You have to start it. Start by you see, you think President Tinubu just won for fun? Years of investment, that's what he has reaped. He can make any policy that nobody dare to make, and they can cry, they will still keep quiet because he had invested in their life. If he corners any of the government and say, Iwo, say ṣé wọ́n nìyẹn kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ 1999 ṣe bàbá ẹ má bínú ẹ má bínú. Years of relationship and investment, many of us don't have that, and that's another. You see, you don't need to be rich, just marry a rich woman. Abi, you don't need to be a rich woman, just marry into a rich family. That's relationship. The lady I showed you, Princess Charlotte, was just born into a royal family and she's rich. That's the power of relationship, and you must know how to get in and how to get away from it. So important that you must know the thin line. Where should I move on this relationship and where should I move away from it? That's where success move in a relationship. They will tell you, if you have 5 friends and you are sure that one of them is mad, that if somebody is mad in your friend circle and you have 5 friends and all the 5 are not mad, then you are the mad person. Then if you have 5 friends and all the 5 are mad, then you are the next mad person. If you have 5 friends and all the 5 are poor, then you are the next person to be poor. And if they are all the 5 are rich, you are the next rich person. Relationship is so important that you can navigate anywhere. You can get to anybody with 6 people maximum. You want to go and meet the President of the United States today, 6 people in between you. 6 people. Call one, the other one call another one. You can call the Speaker of your state. The Speaker called the governor. The governor called the president. The president called the PA that he knows in America. The PA calls somebody, then right there, the next person is Donald Trump. 6 people in between you. But many of us, we burn those 6 people. Burn them off. I would never pick your call again in my life. I delete it. Sometimes you need some people twice. The day they offend you and the day they will help you. Next is, we go back to that one. Then the third one is character, which I call integrity. Now, in case you don't have a value to supply, and this is where MindTalk comes into play. In case you don't have a quality relationship, then the nature has so much structure it that the only thing that can bring you up, even though you don't have value, you don't have relationship, is attitude. Character. Greatness will always flow towards a man that has good character. What do they say about you? You can't be so good and everybody talk back about you. No. There should be some people who still know, we know him. He won't do something bad. What is the level of your integrity, of your character? Do you do what you said you would do? Next slide. So, how to achieve 10-level success? Number 1, think mega success, not jackpot. Don't wait for one day that Bororo will lose their money and you pick it. Jackpot. It doesn't work that way. Oprah Winfrey brought many years ago, televised a man who was poor, very poor, and the man was living, walking on the street and things like that, and they put $3 million inside a junk, inside a incinerator. And while the man was scavenging around, they were teleguiding him. He didn't know. So the man saw money and, hey, money, and the man packed the money. He didn't know they were watching. And they monitored the man for 3 years. And the 3rd year, the man came back to scavenge again. Immediately he took the money. He bought house, he bought car, he bought so many things, and he was living big, cut all his face, and then he burned all this, whatever, pictures, everything that were not good. Changed his friends. Then started casino. And few years after, he came back begging. So telling you it's not just about money that you have in your hand. It's about attitude. It's about how you can manage. So don't think about success. And many of you don't think somebody will just come out and bring you a letter of employment. It may not happen that way. Number 2, work beyond an average man. 10x your effort. When we are in school in those days, I know I'll be reading at a time that none of my mates is reading at that time. You know why? I know we are all stressed in school, but that time rain is falling in the night. I know everybody will be sleeping. Then I will take up my book. I'll begin to read. So, work beyond an average man. Leverage on technology. Establish a routine lifestyle. Live by action. What action can you take today that move you towards your goal? Take whatever action you come up with, regardless of what they are or how you feel. If you feel coming to SQI will help you, take it up now. Replicate yourself in others. Master the art of failing after success is mastering the art of failing. So after success is success or failure, and after failure is failure or success. This is very deep. When a man is successful, the two possibilities that can happen to him is that he can either continue to be successful or fail. But when a man is a failure, two possibilities. He can fail or what? Succeed. So even when you are failing right now, there's another possibility to it. You stand a better chance. 35. So, myself, I have failed before. And I'll just tell you this few story of part of my failure, and we'll ask questions. Have you failed before? Yes. Many times. When we got to 200 level, the first entrance, because I eventually read physics, the first exam that we did, which was physics 201, I failed it. That's the first one. I failed it. I failed so much that one day a professor came to class and told us, no, my result was already in, one day I will show you the transcript. My result was already in pass. 1.4 something or 1.3 something. And the man came to class and he was telling us in 200 level. Of course, something happened for that. It's a story for another time. And the man said, it's not possible for you to add 1 to your CGPA at this level again. And I added 1 to what I have, maybe 1.4 something. I know I will still land before 2.1. The man said, it's not possible for you to add 1 and still make 2.1. And I said, I'm going to disprove you. I will make 2.1. Thank God I have my colleagues here. And that was my, I said, I'm going to do it. And from 1.4 something, who is bearing so and so? I raised up my hand. I say, you got 85 in electromag. How did you do it? They will come again. Who is so and so? And by the time I finished in 500 level, I entered into 2.51. 3.51, 2.1. And that was it. So let's see, how did my background look like? Very quickly. Next slide. I want to show you this report sheet from my primary school. And it will give you hope, and some of you parents here, it will give you hope. For some of you that don't know where I came from, I'm from Ileogbo, a very big town, one of the biggest towns in Osun State. It's very close to Iwo. And this is district council school that I attended. Did they put the year? I think there are years there. Year for this one is 1988. 29/4/1988. So I joined the school 1987. So my primary 1, I didn't come with it. So this is primary 2. And you can see these good grades. Huh? Poor, fear, poor. In fact, the highest I had was fear. And that fear is 5/10. That means 5/10. Everything is below. Below. And we were 36 in class. I was number 28. And they said, try to work harder. Now, an interpretation came to me and I asked them, to try harder. They said yes, that you must be the first. And the people that told me I should be the first lied to me. They said you be the first from the back. So I feel okay, to try higher means I will score 36. I'll be in 36th position. Let's see the next slide. So here, okay, we've seen this. What about this? So now we reduce to 31. Thank God they didn't cut me off. But this was the third term. This was the third term. And then it was in 1989 now. Then I was number what? 31. Out of what? 31. And they said I should repeat satisfactorily. So I repeated. The guy is called, okay, come down, come back. Go to the other one. So the guy is called, there was time when I got 32 or 33. The guy got 36. I went to fight him that you are on my position. They said I should be, I'm telling you, that I should be in this class. And so when I got the repeat, my father called me. Because that would be the second time I will repeat, not the first time. So he said, you want to go to school? I said, yes. He said, okay, can you try one more time? I said, well, what will you buy me? He said, I will buy you ball and bicycle. And then my mother took me over. That's my second year in primary 2. And I started 100 tests and units and blah, 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 blah. Let's see the next result. My father said, he will buy me bicycle if I make 15 out of our total number. If I'm in the first 15, at least you get to 15. But I got to 7th. I became number 7 in the class. Number 7. And for the first time, good comments were passed on me. They said, keep it up. And the next one, this is first term, then the second term. And that was how I kept it up. I kept it up so much that in my primary 5, when any teacher is coming to our class to teach mathematics, they will come and tell me, don't ask question. If you have question, come and meet me after the class. I was so hot. So hot. Then that landed me to the university. And this is Engineer Fred. We were almost 5 or 6 people that made 2-1 at the back of the class. Then this is my name, number 1 in our convocation list at the end of the day. Written off. That's how far I came. Some people, it is easy for them. To someone like me, I took the world by surprise. It was a challenge, it was a force. It was replication of effort. And that got me to the position I am now. And then, next slide, then you see the rest is the story. This is my PhD convocation. Somebody who had failed physics before. So I'm challenging you this morning. 10 level success, 10x level success means you will put 10 level attitude, 10 level thinking mentality, and 10 level hard work. Thank you.
Everybody blown away. Can I get another round of applause? Thank you. And we all chorus, thank you, Dr. Ajani. But I don't think I want to do that now because everything from the beginning till the end is actually a punchline. And I believe everybody is forced to jot one or the other thing today. So I moved around during your session, and I discovered it was so captivating that I know there's nobody on serious here, but everybody jotted. So everybody, I want you to celebrate your patience and your attention since morning. Thank you. Beyond jotting, beyond being swayed, beyond, being protruded, I want us to go out of this place today with a desire to actually implement everything that we have learned. Somebody might be asking, what if I did not see the result the way you have actually even showed us, the way your home went? Just do it. But nature, he said, nature hung up accidentally in our compound. That is just it. Just do what is good and just wait. Questions. People question this, and I do not want to pass feedback, and I am preventing people from actually giving feedback too. 2 or 3 people to give us feedback of what you feel or what you think of this event. Who is number 1? Who? I'll move to question then. But before then, during the session, I cannot help but notice that we have another very important personality in our midst this morning, and the person of the friend of the provost that he kept mentioning during his ICT is ably here with his beautiful wife this morning, Engineer Frederick Adesoji Adenito and Mrs. Olanike Adenito. Thank you for coming. We are very happy to have you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. So in case you do not know, that is our first ever rector in this great citadel of learning, the one who set the pace. And sir, we are happy and we are doing good. Thank you very kindly. So question number 1. If towards the back at the extreme end, number 4. Baba number 5, sir. Going 1. All right. Going 3. Gone. Number 1, sir. Can we celebrate him, please? So when you come, you will state your name and then you ask your question. Please, I want it to be very smart and to the, let's cut it to the chase. Thank you.
For presentation really blew my mind. Thank you so much, sir. That time that you are not having good grades, you are doing some things with your time. But you just told us that things changed. We didn't know how it's changed. What did you do with that same time? We all have 24 hours. Elon Musk that we talk about also have 24 hours. He was able to do great things. Or he's even doing great things. We also have 24 hours. What did you do with that same time that you have before? That you are having that grade that you don't want. Now you are having the grade that you want. How did you do the time? What did you do to that time? Did you have extra hours?
I know that they are very, very passionate and intentional about it. All right. I know the provost is actually, should we have all of them? I tell you about having the courage to speak in the midst of people, especially when you have free platforms like this. He will not know what is happening to him. But the day when he's supposed to present a big idea, the first problem of facing the crowd will not be there for him again. Can we celebrate my brother, please?
Thank you very much, sir. You mentioned being obsessed with sources and doing it better, sir. How can you differentiate between a healthy obsession and a potentially harmful mindset that can lead to a burnout or depression? Yes, sir.
Wow, very, very amazing question. What is the thin line of difference in between LD obsession and the damaging one? Number 3, please. Very smart one. Very smart one. Can we celebrate him too?
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Aditunji. Here, when there's a law before there be to any change in a velocity. So, like, my question is in the area of attitude. Like, how were you able to develop this right mind? How were you able to apply in your apply it in your day-to-day activities? So, second question, in process, how were you able to develop or come aware of this right attitude of building, like in all your attitude to every task you exhibit day by day? That is my question. Thank you.
Don't go yet. Sir, if I get him correctly, I'm actually a science student too. He was trying to quote a Newton law of motion. I think the first one or second, that every object will continue in their position of rest or uniform motion unless an external force is acting upon them, right? Tell for me, man. Don't ask me the third one, though. Perpendicular. All right. So if I get you right, you were like, fine. Everybody tend to have good intention from onset. So how were you able to manage how external force, maybe an occurrence, maybe some people happen to you and want to, propel you or good person? I have never seen the bad person. Is that it? Did I get it?
See something. So you said there was a time that you failed. Like, what was the mindset? Like that, okay, I can do this thing and I'll be successful. What is the mindset? Like, what is the attitude that drives you behind it? Because a lot of us, we have read, like we do listen to motivational speakers, because I know that you have experienced this thing. So, and there's a way you can break it down to our own layman understanding.
I love the way he was actually putting his passion in line. Thank you, Mr. Focus. I love that so much. The way he's putting his passion into the question he's asking. Mr. Tuminino, right? Good morning.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, in the formula of 10x level success, talk about give us the formula 10x thinking plus 10x action. So I want to ask the significance of luck. Like, is it every time that there will be action, effort? What about luck? And also, talk about your dad promising you a bicycle and football and a ball. So I want to ask, what is the place of incentives in the play of success? And also the third one is in the formula of success, talk about relationship. And in that relationship, we talk about getting along with people. But in another aspect, we didn't talk about getting away with people. So like, what is the place of getting away from people in formula of success?
Oh my God. This is, I know this topic today, we open some doors of probably tentative controversy. But I do believe that grace is available in the house this morning, and everything that looks like mystery is going to give way into understanding. All right. Number 6, am I correct? 5, please. Can we jam our hands together for Baba?
Miss Dadiri Bigbe Adeniyi. I really want to say that the honorable speaker today, you have really made my day. In fact, it's wonderful. Actually, you were actually something, and I want to say that by the grace of God, I've been noising the thing about, because I've been telling people the thing I see here, that this something like this going to be happening here. It's wonderful. More fun in Jesus' name. The question I want to ask actually is, when you were talking, you told us about relationship and how to get in. You say we should know how to get in and when to get out. This particular place, what can what can one do to get in, and what do we need to get out, and why should we even think of getting out? Thank you, sir.
Come and celebrate, Baba. I don't know why many people want to get out. Oh my God. Number 6, right? Do we have number 6? Is that the last? All right, thank you very kind. Oh, do we have from online? Please, can you get me the questions? Thank you. So while that is coming, sir, maybe I should add my own too. They are bringing that. I have observed that it seems, I don't know whether it is true, it seems that our brain used to throw waves. You know, there are gamma waves, and you can be saying certain things. I will not be syncing with you. I can be syncing with you. I believe there are frequencies. I believe that. So I want to ask too, within people's mind, within people's brain, it seems to me the way it happened that some people actually, their brain secretes this happy hormone. What do they call this happy hormone? Dopamine, the opposite of adrenaline. Adrenaline is when you are fearful. Dopamine is when you are happy. Dopamine is what we feel when we have success, when we achieve something, and everybody, when they are giving you an award and they are singing your praises. Nobody puts honey in the mouth. They are like happy. When they are sad, they begin to look for passenger music, somber music, you know. We've got hole in our heart, you know. Do people enjoy being a failure too? It seems as if some people enjoy it. Do people enjoy being failure too? Does their brain secrete an hormone that stimulates them too? I actually want to know. I have been thinking about something like that a few times ago, but when you were talking about it today, it's just flashed through my mind again. Is that okay? Should I read the online too so that you can just tackle everything all together, sir? Question from online audience. Which one is effective? Fixed mindset or growth mindset? And how do you know the type of people to get along with? I think somebody has asked something within that line. Baba asked, how do you enter into a relationship? How do you live? And how do you know what will happen that will let you know live? All right, can we celebrate our speaker one more time, please?
Thank you. I know there will be jams of questions on this, so in case you have some other questions, you can get to edu.sqi.ng. So please get your questions there, and I believe I can answer you in due course. All right, my personal experience. What did I do at the time that I was not successful, then that I became successful later? One of the things you need to do is efficient time management. It's a whole course on its own. It's not going to be for today, but you have to form a routine for your life. Okay? Make a lifestyle of routine, then cut down excesses. Excesses of talk, excesses of moving with people, excesses of anything. Whenever things are done excessively, it could cause a mental collapse. So, sometimes people grow in solitude, but they are stable with multitude. Okay? If you want to grow, you have to cut down people. If you want to be stable, that's when you need people to hold you by the side. So then learn how to use the two. Now, being obsessed with success, the good or healthy obsession. A healthy obsession focuses on helping people. Helping yourself inclusive, but not one-sided. It's not greed. Do we understand now? So, a healthy obsession is not greed. It will look for your own gain. If everything will do bonuses, there will never be a time we'll do free programs like this.
What we are doing at MindTalk is what some people are doing and they are paying millions. The obsession, which can also affect the question that someone asked about when do I cut off from a friend? Anytime you notice that your future is not secure, and you cut off. There are times that you need to cut off at that time. Okay? Because maybe that's why you are there. But when you yourself know that your future in what that person is and will come from Akure and come and beat her in Lautech. I'm serious. So I told her, get out. And she said, if I get out, will you marry me? I said, I won't marry you. But I think you need to get out of this. So I confronted the boyfriend. Why do you beat a beautiful woman like this? He said, what is your own? We've been coming for a very long time. I said, so because you are coming for a very long time, you must die in this short time. So the man we beat her, twist her leg, do so many things in the hostel. So when the guy came the other time, I told her, this time around, I will move you to another hostel. So I moved her to another hostel and the guy couldn't see her. And the guy knew I must have been the suspect on this. But with the instrumentation of friendship that she has and fellowship, we're able to gain, there is no good road there. Maybe you are 419, Yahoo, all these things. For how long will you do that and survive as a man of integrity and raise quality children? I saw a woman a few weeks ago. I was trying to buy with my wife some things for the kids who are resuming. And I saw something that shocked me. She wanted to add some provision to it. Were big bags and they were filled with all these alcoholic, what they call it, all these pelebe, you can name them. She's selling all those things. And then plenty that she's taking to her shop. And she back a little baby. And I was thinking, this woman had a little baby, which she's caring for. And now you are buying this thing to go and destroy another set of people. So what do you think will happen to this kind of baby if God didn't intervene? So this is very important. Whatever success you are looking for, it must help the humanity, not the one that will destroy them. Okay? If I get some other questions, right? This one said, when I failed, okay, it stated the second law of motion, except it is acted upon by external force. Then the second one says the rate of change of momentum is proportional to the external force that act upon it and change in the direction. Now, the second one means that if you want to change something, you apply a force in that direction. So, for instance, if I want to change my academics now, though you are good financially, but you are poor in relationship. Some of us cannot hold friendship more than 3 months. They cut off from us. Then that's the area you have to focus. Why are people getting away from me? Maybe you are over demanding. See somebody that say, I like you today, and the next 3 months they begin to avoid you. Check yourself. Okay, when you want to build solid relationship, always ask people, what can I do for you? Not what you can do for me. Do you understand? Don't hire people in your life. When you hire people into your life, you are calling them, what can you do for me? And that's the phone call we make, basically. You are calling your uncle, you are calling your auntie. Some of them has never gone to visit these people with a gift in our hands. What can I do for you? Or to assist them on the farm. Or to do anything that you can assist them with. Even in your class, you can make friends by asking people. And then my colleagues, I will be taking tutorials for the same course, maybe quantum physics. I will take tutorial till midnight, trying to make other people understand before I go home and read my own and write the exam 8 a.m. Why won't you like me? Okay, at least if not for any other thing, for the course that I took you, and then you pass. Many of us, we can't really do much for people. We feel they are stressing us. Once they call you the first time, you don't have patience in getting comfortable with people. They call you the first time, the second time is a burden. You help people the first time, the second time is also a burden. Sometimes you have to help some people 5 or 6 times. You need to know how much my mother helped me when I was in primary school. You need to know how much they helped me to know how to wear the right shoe. That the right leg is for the right leg, the left leg is for the left leg. You won't be tired. And that's the good use of obsession. So, healthy obsession is not greed. And when I failed, I don't just cry. What I do is that the experience. Do we understand? Whenever a result that comes to you, you drop the result, pick the experience, because sometimes in the future, the greatest advantage you can have is not your result, is the experience that you pick from it. So building, somebody asked question about luck. Well, I don't want to say this because it's in between our faith and our convictions. Some people don't believe in luck. Okay? They believe in blessing. And they believe the blessing comes on what you do. Alright? Not what you wish. Do we get what I'm saying? So whatever you do, God will bless it. But if you aim on luck, most of the lucks are not time-bound. And that's why some people, till today, they feel they can get out of college and just blow. Why I wish somebody will, anytime you are wishing, check your wish. I wish somebody will just come now and dash me a car. What have you done? What have you done? I wish somebody will just come and pay my tuition. And most of these things are testimonies that we celebrate in Africa. Because those things are like Pelumi said, our school fees is not a big deal. I hope many of us will never even pray again. Some blacks get there, they become very bad. Because what they see as challenges here had been solved for them there. And it's in third class here, it's in first class there. All the trauma it goes through here, it doesn't go through there. So he has excess time to do excess things. So you have to program yourself in such a way that you focus on the reward, not on luck. What will be the outcome of what I'm doing? What if somebody come and dash me money while doing it? No. So when you are going out in the morning and you are working out, even though I expect you to expect miracles, but not miracles of luck. As I'm working out, let people just drop money and bring it in my pocket. Think of how you will navigate your way from home, that if there is no bicycle, if there is no bike, if there is no vehicle, I will trek, and I will trek conveniently. Somebody said something that was very powerful. He said when he's going to a class and rain is falling, he doesn't think about rainfall. He thinks about the class. So he walks through the class drenched. Once he gets to the class, even though there is rainfall, his clothes is drenched, but he's happy he made the class. That's success. The place of incentive. Incentive is good. Organization should give incentives. Then you yourself should give yourself incentives. And they used to love football. And that was my problem. And bicycle. This generation we didn't meet much of bicycle again. In those days, bicycle could get dangerous habits. There they cut the part of cow. I wait for them to kill cow. I'm going to school. Primary school. So I wait for them to kill cow and remove all the bone, and I was looking for the femur. So I always carry the femur. I will put the femur inside my bag and go to school with it in case somebody will abuse me. So at the back of my class were filled in our class, primary 1, primary 2, go and ask my mates. At the back were filled with femur. Every day I will wait for one, put it in my bag. So I wonder if you can succeed. In one of those reports, they said it's too childish. I never saw anything big about life. What is the big deal? Why did you late? My mommy said I should wait and drink tea. And that was the truth. I will take tea. So they gave me some names, in those days. And they will sing song for me. I will still dance. Loyally. There's nothing you say. I will still dance and I will still fail. I have never hidden my report sheet. No. I still show them at home. So, incentive is good, but encourage yourself. Don't overspoil yourself. Organization should give incentives, and schools should give incentives. And we do it here. If you are good in some areas, we see a way we can help you. Baba said, getting in and getting out of relationship. when, what, and why. Like I said, when a relationship becomes toxic, avoid it. The beautiful thing about relationship is that we meet to part and what? And part to meet. Some people you meet at the bottom and still meet at the top, but in between was a void. And I was telling somebody, when you have a friend for 3 years, you didn't hear from him or her, the next time you are meeting one-on-one, be careful. 3 years are too long for somebody to be different from what you know. So don't just embrace people from the past like that. Study them. Watch out. Who are they? What are they doing now? Then you get into a relationship by becoming a lovable personality. Don't have offensive habits. Don't have offensive nature. Encourage people to speak out their mind. There are many, many things. And love people for who they are, not for what they have. For who they are, not for what they have. Love your friends. They may not be as rich as you. Love your friends. Anybody who comes to you deliberately that I want to be your friend, before accepting them, scrutinize them. Sometimes you may need to pray about it. Sometimes God will tell you, don't walk with this person. I had a dream that night, and she saw that she was in a car. The car is, wind up with the glass, and then a dog was trying to get in. A big dog was trying to get into the car by force, getting into the car. And she woke up and she interpreted it as a wrong relationship is about to enter your life. And that was how she avoided it. Sometimes you could be having a relationship, friends, and things like that. You can ask people, how do we cope in this kind of area? So let people guide you. Then habits are learned. Some people learned it. I believe you know. Most of these bad habits, they didn't just happen the first time. And I will still get into it when someone asks a question. You can be comfortable with an habit to an extent that it will become a spirit. Hello? An habit can be in your life so much that habit can become a spirit. So it could be a good one. It could be a bad one. You could love people so much, then you have a loving spirit. You could give to people so much and you have a giving spirit. You could lie so much and have a lying. Some people just lie effortlessly. So, food can become a spirit. You eat it so much. And then here you are going, sex around. When an habit becomes comfortable with you, you see it as norm, then it becomes a spirit. When some people made it, they will tell you at the point they are making it, they can't really tell the exact thing that they did. But they can tell you what they were doing before that thing happened. It's because character comes through repetition of habits. You are doing it, and all of a sudden, you got it. So then you can now close your eyes and do it. When I was learning how to drive, I will look at everywhere. I will look at the pedal. I will look at the gear before I move all my hand on the steering and everything like that. Where to park, where not to park. But the time came, I drive so much that I drive with one finger. Don't try it. Okay? I drive eating. Not public. Okay? So I drive, talk to people, do some things, Some of us make calls, which is wrong, okay? But because we have gotten experts to an extent in those areas, you can't tell a learner to start making calls. Okay? So that's the power of habit. You get in a character, they become a spirit. Someone asked, peak mindset or growth against growth mindset. And I think that's the last question. Peak, do you peak? Huh? Okay, fixed. Okay, all right. Okay. So fixed is almost the same thing as peak. So I will solve the two now. Now, when you have fixed mindset, it means you want to achieve this thing. Okay? But there is something about life. As you move on, you start fixed. But there are areas you must take notes, which you must be flexible about. Otherwise, it will not be able to accommodate you. You get what I'm saying now? It's like wearing a shoe. In your primary school, you have some shoes that you wear. You can wear it for some time. But a time will come that your leg will not be able to enter again. So you have to be flexible as the occasion demand about things, especially when something that is coming to you is coming from a higher productive thought or principle. You have to review your mindset on it, and the only way to do that is by reading books and being in the programs like this. Now, growth mindset is that you want your mind to expand. You want to take facilities, information that will boost what you know. Mindset that will be making noise. Do you understand now? In a class, when you see people that have a, so that's growth mindset. Now, lastly, don't get to a place where you are plateau, where you feel you have known everything. You must keep expanding. You must keep adding to what you know. And this is what I want to recommend for everybody. Every day, read or attempt something new. You know, as versatile as I am in the use of English language when it comes to writing, sometimes a few weeks ago, I still realized somebody spoke something, I didn't know the meaning. Right there, I took pen, I wrote it down, I check it up. That's what we call growth mindset. The way you are doing it is not the best. Insanity is doing the same thing the same way and expecting a different result. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Dr. Adegbenro Ajani. Today is fast spent. If you know you enjoyed yourself from the beginning till this very moment, I want you to give yourself another big round of applause. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to everybody joining us from every walk of life. I celebrate you, every people from our satellite campuses. At this moment, please, I want you to pay attention to this few information that I have, because right after here, we are going back to our various classes where our instructors will meet us, and then they will tell us whether we have, then we will progress from there, whether there's class. I know some people have class after now. I know. So the MindTalk book club, can we have the link again for people who have not joined? So all the book that we do read, they are usually shared on the group. And it's like, you know, accountability forum. So the volunteers who want to join MindTalk, can you briefly wait behind to meet with the organizing team? By the way, I want you to jam your hands together to celebrate everybody that are involved at one level or the other. Celebrate them, please. Do we all agree they are doing a wonderful job? All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name remains Blessing Olamide Adegboyega, popularly called Prof. I want you to cross every wave, leap bound across the coast. Tell everybody about SQI College of ICT. Our program are in two ways. We have the professional diploma programs. That is what several people who are from all the walks of life, like Baba who came out the other time, that is what they put in for. And we have the academic program, the one that you can do for 2 years, that will qualify you to enter a university, polytechnic. Recently, can we jam our hands together for that? So that means if you want to continue, even after the 2 years, to have your HND, which is Higher National Diploma, it is now available. Can we celebrate this achievement? So that being said, tell your junior ones, tell everybody. I used to tell people, one way to set yourself up, or to set your people off, or to remove yourself from this system of being choked. In our part of the world, people like choking people. When you make it, they will say, Olowo kan laarin olosi mefa, olosi di meje, So it's when you are going, it's not wise, and there's nothing good about it when you are going and you are not dragging people along. So I can boast today that not less than 10 people have seen the light through me. You should be able to do that too. Come on, celebrate becoming. All right, so without further ado, I'll see you next one, coming February, second Monday in February. So tell people to come also tell your enemies, tell your friends to come for Mind Talk. Tell them to come pick a. So volunteers, can we have you here, please, at this middle row? So we can go back to classes now. Thank you. Everybody.